Today I will be playing Neeko in order to end racism for good on this earth. Because Neeko can change her shape and color so she can be of any race she wants to be. She can even be Putin if she really wants to hate herself more than pineapple on pizza. If we could change our race, we could end racism as it is nowadays, and create a much more powerful version of racism. Since we can already lose our minds if a white guy has dreadlocks. Imagine if white guys could even change their skin tone to black to hit on those hot Afro-American ladies. Anywho, the game begins with 4 fingers Joe thinking everything can be solved by an overdramatic shout of your favorite number just to be screwed over by the cute yellow cap I put on him, resulting in something to be ashamed of. Then Badger Face flashes in the opposite direction just to have her kill stolen by this kawaii gecko abomination. After that, I chewed to pieces this weird figure made of glowy ejaculate, resulting in that sweet double kill in the 4th minute of the game. Badger Face feels like the LCS coach and is not realizing I am just a poor gold elo player who only cares about hitting his skill shots. Cutting grass with a scythe as did our ancestors. Enthusiasts needs more persuasion to gank our lane than Putin to stop the war on Ukraine, but unlike him, he eventually listens to the voice of reason. Gank goes almost as perfectly as the coronavirus conspiracy. Only if glowy ejaculate didn't live with 1 HP, making Scythe Dude take those extra steps to reach that 10k goal for today, which almost cost him his ankle. When the time to contest the first Drake comes, I go plus ultra and do that flashy play with R, but at the end of the day, my E does much more work. Then I turn into a slave and walk it down mid lane to do the only thing this champ is good at and why he is even viable in low elo. By the power of badly programmed hitboxes, I tie the ankles of glowy ejaculate. That breathes life into my Badger Face just to be bonked twice in a row so she cannot move. Then we turn our attention to 4 Finger Joe, and we would be okay only if Seraph didn't do his ultimate move of flashing what is under his coat to accidental strangers as a proper pedophile. As I am finishing my morning routine of preventing the occurrence of prostate cancer in the bush, I am summoned by Side Dude. As per usual, I miss my R because I don't know who designed this ability, but players nowadays are not nice enough to stand in place for 3 seconds and wait until you hurt them. I think it has something to do with the emo era being over. Luckily, Riot gave some champions the power to run it down much faster. Or maybe the trick is to hit your E first, only if its range isn't the size of my sword. And when you are more fed than your classmate with heavy bones, everything starts to look easy, and you can probably make it work even for AD Neeko. After being way too immersed in the role of ward while my crew fights, I decide to finally join. Unfortunately, this kill steal attempt didn't work out. I can grow many things on this channel like toxicity, hatred, and frustration. But one thing I can't grow is this channel's subscription count. So if you are not busy holding your meat at the moment, I kindly ask you to click that subscribe button. Wolfie didn't want to let me try Life of Pinkward as overprotective father he is, so I did what every teenager does and sent him to prison for child abuse, even though he didn't do anything of the sort. But it is way too easy nowadays to persuade people that your white father is abusive. Do you think there is some sort of copyright problem as to why the minions in the movie are yellow and not blue? It is crazy how much easier it is to hit skill shots over long distances than short distances. It's quite similar to how much easier it is to offend somebody online who lives 2 giraffes away from you. And as those 51 kills versus 18 kills games go, we win this game, so now we can spray ourselves with whipping cream and realize we have nobody who could lick it off us. First blood accident. This game happens when your crush thinks you really came over to her place to see her plants, but you just thought that it was a code name for something else, and now she cries because she can't decide whether she is more sad because she is just the object of your desires or because you don't care about her plans. Then Pretty Boy overstays as if he were waiting for the John Wick sequel and dies like his dog did. Meanwhile, Plant Lady decides that she actually wouldn't be against you exploring her cave and starts chasing Badger Face mindlessly. Then I decided to be a team player and run top to share the advantage with Undying Juggernaut. Well, or maybe just increase my own advantage. Same, but different. Sometime later, I get run down by Proffesor Akali, who's probably trying to grow longer nails than his non-existent girlfriend because that range is not legal. Same way that weed is not legal in my country and young guys end up in prison for 5 years for a few grams of this herb. Then it seems like a cringe-worthy guy who thinks he is cool because he has a band and suspiciously walks in front of our faces as if he was trying to change our orientation. But secretly, it was all planned because his manicurist is nearby and decides to put her nails in my buttocks and put them out through my mouth. Sadly for her, I couldn't care less since my devilfish and overgrown Gimli show them that wombo combo nonsense all of us play this game for and slowly run them down as that bear does when you meet him in the forest and you think you can run because he is fat and you are not. A few minutes later, I finally find scissors to cut her nails and finally win this epic war between mid laner and support. As the wild chase begins, I try to peel them off as oranges because there is nothing dumber than to sell already peeled oranges in plastic bags in supermarkets, but then when they catch up to my team and start murdering them, I just stay hidden in the bush with my ultimate ready because my confidence in that ability is smaller than my confidence in my W, which I use solely for movement speed boost. My whole purpose in this fight is to confuse the enemy team by using my spells as randomly as humanly possible, not forgetting to use my ultimate as part of the show. Then I use Neeko's ability to become an even lower life form than support already is one more time and we end this game. Anywho, I leave you Johnnyless for now.